Greenlaw, and he looked fast.
Dude.
I was like, Bo, you got some wheels on you. You must have took them from me.
He looks. I mean, when that dude takes off full speed, I mentioned it. I think last week, or maybe even earlier in the week.
Yeah.
He's closer to. Yeah, it was earlier this week. He's closer to the 10 best athletes at the position than he is the 10 worst at the position in the NFL.
And he's not just out there messing around racing Alex Singleton and Dre Greenlaw. Like, they're doing that to get in shape.
Right.
That's something to take in consideration. Like, you have your quarterback that's out there running when he's not in, and they're doing special team work, and he's running on the sideline to get in shape because he's so motivated and he wants to be the best version of himself. So, put that in your back pocket as well. It's like, wow, he's doing extra stuff on the football field. He is. Not just throwing, not just sitting there. That's pretty impressive.
And then, just to add on to what you just said, because I fully agree, after they raced, Bo kept going to the other field and sprinted on his own back towards Alex Singleton and Dre Greenlaw. This is like a down period for him of practice. I think it was maybe a special teams period happening.
Yep.
And you have Bo Nix just opening it up full throttle just to do it. And I'm not talking about just a shuttle run. Like he is sprinting across the 50 yards of the football field as fast as he could.
It's a conditioning, getting the conditioning in, getting the wind sprints in before he goes on the football field. Another thing I noticed, and it's like something small, guys, right now, but something I didn't see from him last year, and his walk is just different. And what I mean by that is he's walking with so much confidence.
He is. I agree with this take.
My mom and my mother and my wife always say I have a weird walk. When I get upset or mad or when I feel confident in something I'm doing, I walk on my tippy toes, right? And people know, like in the football world, if you're around me, when I get worked up, I start walking a different way.
Is that right?
Yes.
So you walk on
my tippy toes when I start. It's like I'm like, I don't know why. I just do. And it's like I'm not thinking and I'm just like, oh, it's time to go. But today, it seemed like Bo is walking with like this, I'm the man. Like, I'm the leader of this team.
Yeah.
I'm the captain of this team. I'm ready to go, boys. Let's roll. Like, that's kind of what I saw from Bo Nix.
I see it too. I feel
small.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
but
it's small, but it represents something way larger.
He wasn't walking like that last year. It was more of like, hey, like I'm here to just learn. Now it's like, coach, let me go. Let me off the leash. I'm ready to do this. I know that what I can do here can help this team out, and I'm ready to grow. But in order to do that, I have to have confidence in myself, and my teammates have to have confidence in me, and that's why now you have someone like Bo Nix walking around like he owns the place.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me too, because he's coming into his own.
Yes.
He's coming into his own. He is filling out the shoe. And, we heard Mike McGlinchey earlier in the offseason say, hey, this is Bo Nix's team. This is Bo's team. And I was like, man, that's an impactful quote right there. And so when Quinn Miners today took the podium, I asked him, hey, McGlinchey said this is Bo's team. Are you feeling that develop organically as well? And this is what Quinn Miners said.
Yeah, it was kind of his team when we got here. And, as our job as the offensive line is to make him feel comfortable, on the field, off the field. And he's done a great job himself preparing for, his moments. And I think we've all done our job around him to make him feel comfortable, players and staff, to continue to be behind him and let Bo Nix be Bo Nix.
So when he says at the very beginning there, he said, I think it was, but let me just play it again real quick, just the beginning.
Yeah, it was kind of his team when we got here, and as our job.
Do you think that he is talking about when Bo Nix got here last year as a rookie, or do you think it's talking about like this year in training camp when we got here?
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Like, are you talking about when he first stepped foot into the building? Because that couldn't have been when everybody thought he was going to be the leading quarterback, and this was his team. That was still Sean's team, and I still think it's still Sean's team until they hit the field this September.
Well, I want to ask Sean about that, by the way. I want to ask him about that.
So I'm going to take it as this year. I'm going to take it as during OTAs.
Okay.
The first time Bo Nix stepped foot on that football field, this OTAs, everybody knew, like, hey, this is your team, man. We know what you can do. You know what we can do. We have all the tools around you to be successful, for you to be successful. All right, you have the coaching staff that's all in. So let's go out there and do it. That's what I'm taking out of it, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, because I think you could I think you could hear it like a different way as well. Like he was a first-round pick, and like as soon as we showed up here, or how did they say it again?
Yeah, it was kind of his team when we got here, and
Okay, yeah. When he says we got here instead of he got here, I think he's talking about this season.
Yeah,
I think so. Because was it his team when he showed up last year? I mean, that's a group full of veteran players, and he hadn't.
You were in a three-way competition if you're Bo Nix.
Right.
You had to earn the respect of your peers, earn the respect of your teammates. And how do you do that? You just got to play. You just have to perform. You have to do something like he did last year, where he's talking back to Sean in a little, in a sense of like,
yeah,
hey, like I'm upset. Like you want to see that from your quarterback, and then you start to be all in with that young man.
Yeah.
So OTAs is when you can sit here and say, if you want to, this is Bo Nix' team.
Yeah, and I think that's what he meant. I think you're right. Because like just because your draft status, it can't be your team immediately. Like it wasn't Paxton Lynch's team when he showed up.
Yeah.
Right? And it certainly wasn't his team when you showed up in 2018. You weren't sure, like
No, I thought Paxton was like me. They were treating him like an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. Those were different years, man. I was having a conversation with my buddy Zach Stevens yesterday, talking about just those years of like when you're doing, Trevor Siemian against Paxton Lynch, and Paxton would be taking off in 7-on-7 regularly. I mean,
you bring that up every 7-on-7. You bring up Paxton Lynch taking off
because I couldn't get over it. Like that's not the point of the drill. And the coaches would be asked about it. It's like, well, in a real game, if you don't have anyone to throw to, you run. I'm like, yeah, but this isn't a real game. It's 7-on-7. That's the point of the criticism. Anyway, Bo Nix, he has got a grip on this group. He does in a really healthy way, and everyone knows it. And it's great to see. That has not been the case here in a very, very, very long time. And I believe Bo. No, that's not true because it happened with Russ. I was going to say, I think Bo Nix is the first guy to be the quarterback of the Broncos in back-to-back years since Trevor Siemian, who did it in 2016 and 17.
It was Russ. So it was
Russ in
Trevor Siemian, and then Russ, and then now it's Bo Nix.
Yeah, to start for the Broncos in consecutive years. But even Trevor, when he came back for the second year, had to compete for the job against Paxton.
His performance on the field too with Bo, because we said like a little thing about Bo and how he walks. Okay, but on the field right now, right? No interceptions.
None.
He's getting the ball out of his hands a lot faster.
Yep.
He's identifying the open receiver a lot faster. Now, there are a couple dump downs, which is smart. It's like, hey, if it's not there, and also maybe it's the installment, like it's install 1 or 2.
Sure.
And it's short passes.
Sure.
But he understands who to get the ball to, like Evan Engram. Right, there's a couple times where he's getting Evan Engram involved. Evan Engram is getting open and finding that space in the zone, catching 5 yards, and you're like, okay, this 5-yard gain can end up turning into a 7, 8, maybe even a 15-yard gain. That's what you're looking for. But Bo Nix is getting the ball out of his hands fast, and it helps when your offensive line's holding up, and it's also no pads on. But I like what I see so far from Bo. It's just more confidence.
Sure.
Confidence in the scheme, in his teammates, understanding what he wants done. And we talked about even yesterday with Bo talking with Marvin Mims on a play and saying with his hands, he was directing Marvin Mims to kind of go up the seam a little bit more where he's going to hit him. It's things like that you want to see. Now, tomorrow, what I want to see from Bo, Zach, is more communication.
Okay.
I want to see, are you going to change the play up? Do you see something different? And you're saying, hey, look, let's do something different here. I want to see him talking more to the receivers. I want to see him talking to Cortland Sutton. If Cortland's out there, I want to see that because you can build your chemistry that way.
Sure.
And so the little things are going to help you in these games, and it starts by communicating.
Well, and in terms of just like pure utilitarian football, Bo looks sharp. Now, I will say this. There are a handful of occasions, and this will probably continue to be the case, and it's probably a healthy thing as well, where a lot of these plays, they're dead.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're dead.
Yeah.
This defense is making it really hard on this offense. They just are. I mean, the defense right now is I would just say and this is often the case in training camps anyway, they're just a little bit ahead of the offense, which is totally normal, especially when you have a defense like this that's got so much, firepower.
So tell me this then, Zach. When do you get concerned if the defense is just dominating every single day? It can happen early. Like you said, it's easier to play defense than offense at the beginning of camp. But at some point, things have to get turned around where it's competing both sides. Maybe offense wins one day, defense wins the next. But if the defense is just dominating and you can't get the ball off because the offensive line is being pushed back, or you can't get a clean run ever because the offensive line is not getting the right push, or maybe the receivers are not getting open, when does that become a concern?
Man, if they're getting dominated in the way that you frame it like that, if they're getting dominated.
Because this could be a number 1 ranked defense by the end of the year if they can stay healthy and play how we know they can play.
Yeah. Well, but it should be a pretty darn good offense as well.
Should be.
So, I mean, yeah, if you're going a week straight, say starting when they put the pads on.
Okay, we're going to give them until the pads.
Because I think that the pads will come on Monday. I think. Because, and what I'm basing that off of, I believe Sean Payton yesterday in the press conference said they were going to go 4 days until they put the pads on. And if you start that clock on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're off Sunday, and I would bet pads come on Monday. We're coming in here for Monday's show to start the week reacting to, like,
hard-hitting football.
Pads clapping. I mean,
don't get scared now, Zach.
I love it.
Don't get scared.
Oh, come on.
Because if you're scared, you know what?
Go to church.
Let's go.
So, well, Quinn Miners was asked from an offensive standpoint, and let me just finish the thought. So from the time that they put the pads on, if we're talking about a week straight of the defense dominating, I'm not talking about like winning the day, but like dominating, I'll probably start looking at the offense just like a little bit more like skeptical. Here's Quinn Miners.